Let's see. Everybody can see the live now.
I think you see that.
Yep, it's here now.
You see it now?
Mhm.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yes, come.
All right, all right. Shabbat shalom, everybody. I'm Captain Shazay Al-Ray. As always, I want to give all honor, power, and glory to the Most High Yahweh in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. I appreciate everybody's patience. We had a little technical difficulty right there for the class. So everybody in the room was patient. Kick this out. There we go. Everybody doing good?
Yeah.
Everybody feeling good? Feeling great?
Yes, feeling good, feeling great.
Feeling good? Feeling great? You sure? All right. We're gonna be reading some scripture today.
Praise to the Most
All
High.
right. All right. How about you, young lion?
Yeah.
Let me see it. Let me see it in your eyes. All right. How about you, my good brother? I already know. All praise. Today, if everybody can kind of see the lesson, and see the title of the lesson. The title of our lesson today, of our Sabbath service today, is Egypt is keeping 2/3 of its slaves. 2/3 of its slaves, Egypt is keeping. They ain't going nowhere. All right. Everybody understand this. And you know, when our people look around society and we look for reasons or excuses to believe in this society or captivity or bondage, you know, whatever you want to call it, it's real hard to find those reasons justifiable. Now, if anybody in the room, can anybody in the room give me some reasons that you do not believe or have trust in this society? Hands raised if y'all got something.
Like what?
Hands raised if you got something. Okay. Can anybody give me a reason that you don't have trust in this society? That you don't believe in the American way? Okay. What you got?
Everybody, things aren't, everybody isn't on the same playing field like they pretend that we are. Whether you have a college education or not, everyone still isn't on the same playing field.
Right.
Everybody has to play differently in order to get whatever piece that they can get. Only the rich are going to keep getting richer, the poor are going to keep getting poorer, no matter who's in office, and people just can't see it. We're not all on the same playing field.
Not all on the same playing field. That's good. Okay.
That whole bullcrap of one nation under God, and not all of us, like in this nation wants to praise the true Heavenly Father. So all that one nation under God is a whole lie to the pit of hell.
It's just a lie. Right. Anybody got anything else? Go ahead, brother.
No, this country is completely out of order. This world is out of order.
Completely out of order. What you got?
I don't think that our nation of people, as who we are identified as Israelites, I don't think we will ever get true biblical justice until the Most High comes back.
And that's the reason why you don't have faith in this society.
And that's the reason why I don't have no respect or faith. Had I known this truth when I was his age, I'd have found a way to stay in college instead of running off to the military, getting caught up in the possibility of fighting a war that didn't even honor me or respect me as a human being. It's just using me as a tool to do their dirty work. So, you know, I'm grateful to come into the truth now. But as the question to which you asked, no, I will never have faith in this country. What has this country done for our people in the past?
Mm.
If they didn't do anything in the past for our forefathers, what the hell do we expect them to do for us and our children and our grandchildren and our children's children's children in the future? Not a damn thing. So it's our responsibility to take the time and the intellect to educate our children and let them know who they are.
Correct. Anybody else? Anything else? You got anything? You don't want to start. Good. Okay. So however, we could go on and on.
School system.
Oh.
Now see, and see when I think about the opportunity our people have to believe and have faith in the Heavenly Father, I really don't. You think about how far we have to look into why the society's failing, right? Why we don't have faith in it. But when I think about the opportunity to not have faith in the society, but have faith in the Heavenly Father, I really don't have to look further than the mirror. I don't have to look further than the mirror, my family. Okay. I don't have to look further than my family, my brothers and my sisters. Why? Because he's the one that wakes us up.
Absolutely.
Right? He's the one that gives us air. He's the one that gives us a mind to think. Right? He's the one that allows our heart to beat again and again and again and again. We don't control that. Right? We don't control any of that. People don't think about that. You bring that to an atheist, they got nothing. Just trust me on that. You bring that to an atheist, they got nothing. But you know, some of us got a mind. All right. And he did choose Israel, the nation of Israel, to be delivered out of this bondage as well. All right. I don't want anybody to ever forget that. Never let go of that. That the one that wakes you up, that allows your heart to beat, that allows your children and your family and the people that you love to rise. He's the one that chose us. Okay. Don't ever let go of that. Second officer last night, Will, he brought out something in class, and we love you, Israel. We love you. That's why we wouldn't be doing none of these classes. We wouldn't be doing this work. We wouldn't be doing any of these lessons. We don't get paid to do this. Okay. It costs to do this, but we don't get paid to do it. See, our people are the Most High's people. And you know what? I want y'all to know something. Each and every one of you have been here before. Everybody understand that? Because we're going to go into this this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Each and every one of you have been here before. Okay. And this is our book. This is our book. All right. I want to prove it. Let's go in the Apocrypha, second Esdras. Who's going to read?
I will.
Okay. Second Esdras, chapter 14, verse 35. We're going to make a note of this. If you've never read this in your life, make a note of this right now. Second Esdras, chapter 14, verse 35.
Second Esdras.
Chapter 14, verse 35. Bring it up, man.
This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 14, verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
When what?
When we shall live again.
When what?
When we shall live again.
Go ahead.
And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear? So, see, the Bible does not teach reincarnation. Reincarnation is a Hindu philosophy. All right. Where you die, you come back as a bird, a rat, a stella, a pigeon, a turkey. You come back, is a bear. That's Hindu philosophy. That's Hinduism, reincarnation. The biblical term is regeneration. That's the biblical term for what we're speaking about right here. All right, and we just went into Apocrypha. Now we're going to go in the New Testament and prove it. Let's go to Titus chapter 3, verse 3. Titus 3 and 3.
15.
Titus 3 and 3.
What chapter? 3. Verse 3. Oh, okay. Got it. Come on.
Go ahead, bring that out, friend.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Titus chapter 3, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish,
We ourselves were often sometimes foolish. Go ahead.
disobedient,
Mm-hmm.
deceived,
Mhm.
serving divers lusts and pleasures,
Mm-hmm.
living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another.
Mm-hmm. You see that? We ourselves were sometimes foolish. We ourselves used to do all of this. Go ahead.
But after that, the kindness and love of Elohim, our Savior, toward man appeared,
Mm-hmm.
not by works of righteousness,
Mhm.
which we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us.
So according to his mercy, because that is his gift. Read.
By the washing of regeneration,
By what?
the washing of regeneration,
By the washing of regeneration. Y'all see that? By the washing of regeneration. Go ahead.
and renewing of the Holy Ghost.
And the renewing of the Ruach HaKodesh. This is the renewing of the Spirit. Not only are you regenerated, and it's a washing, you are brought into remembrance of who you are and who you are called to be, according to the Most High. Read.
Verse 6, which he shed on us abundantly through Hamashiach Yahushai, our
Mhm.
Savior,
Mm-hmm.
that being justified by his grace, we should be made heirs according to the hope of eternal life.
We should be made heirs. We became heirs because now we have a chance to repent. We got a chance to change because he sent Hamashiach Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, in the flesh to give atonement for our sins. So we could be adopted back into the fold. You understand? Now let's go to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Verse 4. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 4. Anybody else in the chat?
I am.
You are? Okay. Thanks. Go ahead, bring that out, Prince.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 4. One generation passeth away,
Mm-hmm.
and another generation cometh.
Stop. One generation passeth away, and another generation comes. Everybody see that? Read.
But the earth abideth forever.
But what?
But the earth abideth forever.
So when you hear people talk about, oh, the earth's going to explode, they're going to destroy the earth. When you read in the scriptures and you hear all of this stuff, the earth abideth forever. The Most High is not, heaven's going to be right here on earth. Okay? It's going to be established here on earth. What we're taught in the Christian churches and the Catholic churches is a lie. Okay? That's a lie. The scriptures do not teach any of that. Okay? Read verse 4 from the top again.
Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
One generation passeth away,
Mm-hmm.
and another generation cometh.
Mm-hmm.
But the earth abideth forever.
Read on.
Verse 5. The sun also ariseth,
Mhm.
and the sun goeth down,
The sun goes up and the sun goes down. Read.
and hasteth to his place where he arose.
Go right back to the place where he arose. Read.
The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north.
The wind goes to the south and then comes back around to the north. Read.
It whirleth about continually,
It whirleth around continually. Go ahead.
and the wind returneth again according to his circuits.
And it comes right back to where it's supposed to be. Read.
All the rivers run into the sea,
All the rivers run into the sea. Come on.
yet the sea is not full.
How about that? All the rivers go into the seas, but the seas ain't full. Read.
Unto the place from whence the rivers come.
Mm-hmm.
Thither they return again.
Read.
All things are full of labor.
Mm-hmm.
Man cannot utter it.
Mm-hmm.
The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing.
I can't believe what I just saw. I can't believe I just heard that. We're full of that as people, right? Read.
Verse 9. The thing that hath been.
The what?
The thing that hath been.
Read.
It is that which shall be.
The thing that hath been is that which shall be. Read.
And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
Read that again. Take your time. Verse 9.
Verse 9. The thing that hath been,
Mm-hmm.
it is that which shall be.
Mm-hmm.
And that which is done is that which shall be done.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
There is no new thing under the sun. No new thing under the sun. Go ahead.
I was thinking about how in my mother's generation, how you see afros, bell-bottom pants, and certain garments.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even dresses and skirts and stuff. I'm noticing that's all coming back, even in this truth. You know, more women wanting to wear their natural hair,
Yep.
or natural braids,
Mm-hmm.
and having afros. And now there's an issue with people getting fired for having their natural hair and wearing it. But
that sounds familiar, right?
Yeah, but back then, that's what, you know, we were doing anyway.
Right.
And we're trying to get back to that, being us, being natural, being who we are,
Right.
not straightening our hair or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's decades ago.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Right.
now you see women fighting over, mainly women fighting over, oh, this, I'm natural, or I'm not natural, and I got my fro, here's my hair, looks like this.
Right.
But it's like, okay, well, it's really not that complicated. But this is what we were doing back then. We were already doing that. But when we lose, like, it's like we try to reinvent the wheel all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but then it comes right back to what was going on before.
That's right.
All the stuff that's going on is just coming right back, and it's in prophecy and it's in scriptures.
Right.
But we just don't know it because we're just still going about our daily lives.
Our daily lives. Read verse 9 one more time.
Verse 9. The thing that hath been,
Mm-hmm.
it is that which shall be.
So what the bell bottoms, the high top fades, the boxes,
Yeah.
the kid and play,
Yeah.
the tennis shoes,
Yeah.
the slang,
Yeah.
the talk, the people, all of those things that had been. Go ahead.
And that which is done,
Wait, it is what?
it is that which shall be.
It's what's going to be. Read.
And that which is done
Uh-huh.
is that which shall be done.
What's done is going to be done.
Yeah.
It's already been done. Read.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
We can't reinvent the wheel. It's already been done. You think they didn't? We talk about vaccines. Do you think this is something new? This ain't nothing new.
Right.
All of these things is nothing new. You know, the only thing that's the newest part of what's happening right now is Israel waking up. This is the newest part of what's been happening, but it has happened. It has happened. And the children of Israel were in bondage, and they were delivered out of bondage in Egypt. So that which has been shall be done again.
It's almost like their first awakening.
Right. It's no new thing under the sun. Okay.
This will be the last.
Now, this is the last captivity. Absolutely. That's good. Let's show what some of our people are doing right now in this captivity. All right. My son, can you turn that around? Can you get that camera straight? Hold on. Let him go ahead and get that. Get his bearing straight. No, not like that. Yeah, you're gonna have to tighten that. So it doesn't know.
You know, my father.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see.
Back in
Yeah, you got to turn it all the way around.
He told me that he said,
Yeah. Just pick it up and turn
he
it
said
around
the
like that.
same
Go ahead.
thing the scripture
Hold
is
it.
saying now.
Okay.
He said there is nothing new.
Okay. Scoot it
Just going
down.
on now was going
There you go.
on
Can you see it
hundreds
there?
of years ago.
How's it look?
Looks good.
Okay.
You
Hold
just
on now. Hold on now. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Now let's go ahead and let's get this Greater Hampton video. Greater Hampton video. Okay. I'll tell you when to pause it. You already see what's going on, right?
She married.
Kamala Harris made history today with a lot of firsts. It's a moment in history that little girls and women of color across the world are watching. People across Hampton Roads are speaking out, inspired by what this means to them. We turn now to Angela Vargas to hear their reaction.
This is a historic day for minorities and Democrats across the country and in Hampton Roads. Many people are seeing Vice President-elect Kamala Harris as a symbol of hope to bring more diversity to the White House. All eyes struck on the first speech from the first woman, first African and South Asian American Vice President-elect Kamala Harris.
Y'all hear that? Not first African American or first Black woman. First Asian,
South Asian.
South Asian. Yeah. Because you can't just be a Negro. You can't do that. You can't just be a Negro. You can't just be Hispanic or Mexican.
Yeah.
You got to be Mexican American.
Right.
You got to be African American. You got to be attached to this captivity.
Yeah.
Right? They can't just let you be something
Right.
else outside of this captivity. Right?
Right.
Go ahead.
An historic and emotional day.
I'm elated. I cried all day today.
For a small group of Democrats in Hampton Roads, they say the announcement of VP-elect Harris brings inspiration.
This means the little girls can now, Black and brown little girls and Asian girls can now look and realize that they now too can be the president. Can be the vice president-elect of the United States.
President of the Greater Hampton Roads Black Democrats, Daleen Anointed, gave us her thoughts on this election decision.
Showing that the trajectory of the country is changing. Black women came out from everywhere in record numbers.
13 News Now political analyst Dr.
Everybody paying attention to this?
Mm.
Are y'all seeing this?
Yeah.
Y'all seeing how much faith our people have in this society, right?
They got more faith in society than they have in the Most High.
Man, look, go ahead, play that out. Oh, we got some more. Let's get through it. Crying our eyes out. Yeah. Go ahead. Now here, pause it. Here's the thing, in case you don't know. Kamala Harris is actually holds the record. Y'all help me out. Holds the record with the most convictions
in the history of any attorney, prosecuting attorney in any state.
Right.
She holds the record.
So locking up in California.
In California.
So what does that mean? She locking up Negroes and Mexicans. That's who she's locking up in California.
And the flip side of that LP, which is for those of y'all that was born after the 80s, I said LP, right? Mm-hmm. The flip side of that LP is Biden wrote the stats that put all these brothers in jail.
The crime bill
in New York. The three strikes.
Right. He put the 3 strikes together and she enforced it.
So is everybody on the same page? He wrote something in the law. Mm-hmm. She came along and backed it and enforced it. Mm-hmm. And that law that he wrote into Congress, that had to deal with our people.
Right. So not only does it have direct influence on the history of our people, but she's married to a Jewish man.
Fake
here's my question. Do you think that a woman whose husband, woman whose husband is of a nation who's claiming to be your heritage is going to have your best interests at heart?
Hell no.
How could that happen? It's not going to happen. All right. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and get through this.
Considers Harris to bring a culture shift in Washington.
At a time when our country is as diverse as it's ever been and getting more diverse, having diversity in those top office role models is really important.
Okay,
So I think
that's enough on that. That's enough on that. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. No. Go ahead, Jaden. You got something?
I did have something. It was
What you got?
remember when I was talking about my friend, like during the election, I was talking about my friend where he thinks that Harris is gonna kill Biden.
Oh, kill him? Kill him? Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Hey,
shalom.
y'all grab some chairs right there. Or y'all can just come on this side. Y'all can come around. Come around the right there. Okay, so you got a friend that thinks Kamala Harris is gonna kill Joe Biden so she could be president.
Right.
Okay.
But
All right.
but I get what he's saying because
No.
that's what people, which I've heard, people are hoping because they you know how they always talk about how old he really is,
Mm-hmm.
and that if he don't live, she's going to be next in line because that's why there's so much talk about her being vice president.
Mhm.
Who's ever in the history do we really care and talk about the vice president elect like they do her now? There hasn't
Right.
been.
I mean, you just saw
Yeah.
the sister.
They're
They in
acting like
tears.
she's
They're acting
president
like she's president.
because they
Right.
know
right.
if he does die and that she's going to be automatically next in line because that is really what people are hoping.
Right. So the next one, let's get the young black conservative video right here. Go, hold on, pause it real quick. Okay. Go ahead.
So basically, and I just want to make something crystal clear, and I think we as a nation of Israelites should understand and focus on. It doesn't matter if we'd had one one black running for president, which was Obama, and what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years later, we have first African-American female running for vice president. At the end of the day, listen, we got to get our heads out our asses and get our heads in the script, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many of us they put in there. Each one that they put in that office, in that position, they are not able to do a damn thing for either one of us sitting at this table, okay?
No.
They have to go before Congress to get approval on everything.
Mhm.
We need 589 rolls of toilet paper in the White House. The White House is running low on toilet paper. You think they got a chief engineer in their building and facilities that they can go to? Hell no. They had to go to Congress. They had to take a piece of paper to Congress that has something to do with logistics for the White House before they can get approved. So don't think for 1 minute. Don't let any of this blind us. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to continue to educate and mandate each other and educate each other on what really is going on. All of that is a farce. At the end of the day, we're just a bunch of niggas and sticks and Mexicans.
And this is
real.
This is the society that we're living in, and this is why we are talking about Egypt keeping 2/3 of its slaves.
Right.
This is exactly why Egypt's going to keep. I mean, we're just going to demonstrate it. We're just going to demonstrate it. And like I said, if y'all have something, I appreciate that, son. If y'all got something, raise y'all's hand because I want to hear from y'all. And go ahead, bro. I know you do. That's what I hear.
I take you are talking about the current state of Babylon.
Well, Watch this. I tell you what. Watch this, and then we're gonna come back.
Okay.
We're gonna come back. Let's go ahead and play that.
Black lives have never, ever, ever mattered to the Democrat Party. Black votes always have.
The Democrat Party has established that they token niggers. Token niggers.
You heard that right.
Democrat Party, they want us to permanently be in a state of fear, racism, white racist Republicans.
They just put a black person in the White House for 8 years. They didn't do anything for us. Here we go.
Oh, it's such a box. They're so scared to try something different.
Democrats, they do nothing for you, and that was supposed to be all right. Not anymore. I'm curious, like, is this really about the politics?
Black
How do we
Trump
know this is real? Right, it's legit. Yes, I'm beautiful, and a lot of family photos.
Yes. A lot of people, something like that, was brainwashing, and that's really fun.
I've had people I've known me for 7 to 10 years that have texted me and told me that I have a mental illness. Ready? Move it up.
For my sister at one time to say that you're a traitor.
Traitor to who?
A traitor to my race.
How do y'all feel about black conservatives? Like, y'all house people. Y'all just trying to please this white man. These are lost, disturbed, self-loathing people. Notice that all of those youngsters have caps on. I think some people assume this is a play for both. Well, I haven't changed. I'm not gonna change.
Voting for Trump is not.
That's something that sounds like I got species.
For us,
Cute. Why does it make you feel like you're wearing?
makes me feel like a pro American.
Why you vote for Trump?
That's who they want us to vote for, over Trump.
I'm a black gay conservative, and I am proud of that. We have so like
He said he was black, conservative, and gay.
That's an oxymoron.
That's an oxymoron, right? Right. But they're celebrating this guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What you got?
It's like 2016.
I'm not sure.
Because I heard that's what they wanted to vote over Trump. Like,
Oh yeah, they wanted you to vote for Hillary Clinton, right?
Yeah, that's
right.
That was
Okay.
2016.
What you
I
got?
guess they wouldn't be doing this if they know that Donald Trump's sins is now their sins just because they voted.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good pop.
What else? You have a question? No? You got something? Go ahead, brother.
Nothing's really changed. 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 2000.
Right.
Like you're saying, man, we're still who we are.
We're still who we
The
are.
words that you use, man.
See, listen to me.
Hold on. Let me finish. Go ahead.
You know, we're still under captivity. Kamala Harris ain't even black. She's
Bring it up.
Indian, Babylonian, her mama, that. Her dad's
Supposedly Jamaican.
Supposedly.
Jamaican,
Right.
but he was an Edomite. You do the bloodline research.
Because scriptures say you are what your whatever your father is.
So that's what she is. But Esau is using her.
Yeah.
To what's that word, man? To appeal to our people. Like,
Right.
hey,
Yeah.
you know, we're gonna mesmerize y'all again, like we did with Obama.
With Obama.
Right.
Obama ain't even
He's black.
the Hamite.
Is
Yeah.
that
Is he like a lion?
What is it?
African and a white
Kenya?
woman.
Kenya.
Kenya.
And you know, this Candace Owens, she's on the other side of the political aisle.
Mhm.
Even though she's being ostracized,
Yeah.
she still has the N-word, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because she's being used by the conservatives
Right.
to entice, you know, her
Mhm.
people to vote for the system and stuff, man. So
Right.
nothing's changed, man.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
Right.
And see, we have got to wake up and realize the reason why, in the first place, all of this madness always affects us. And each and every one of us sitting at this table and in this room, we have the key answer to that. And he just said it, and nobody even picked up on it. Reason why
they're actually fighting over us. They are actually fighting over our vote.
So who do they talk about? The Hispanic vote,
Yes.
and the black vote.
And the black
That's all
vote.
they talk about.
The Hispanic vote,
That's all they talk about.
the black vote. You don't hear them talking about the Asian vote. You don't hear them talking about the Arab or the Portuguese. Let me tell you something. Let me show you how much power we got. And we don't even know it. First of all, the reason why all this shit is coming at us like it is because of what? He said it 10 minutes ago. And y'all done forgot it already. We are the chosen. And it's taken centuries and centuries and centuries for it to finally float up the river like a sailboat for everyone to see. See, the world is waking up. Israel is waking up. And all we have to do is remain prayerful, remain active in our word, in our scripts, in our fellowships. We don't have to go out and march. That is the silliest crap I ever seen since the 60s, since I was sitting on my dad's lap. What the hell is marching gonna do? They don't change the damn hood.
Has it changed anything?
Has it changed anything?
Why all these changes come about? Because we have a name. We're not calling on the false name no more.
Come
We're calling on the name.
Come on.
That's our power.
That's right. That's right, brother.
How about Shem?
How about Shem? How about Baraka? Dara.
Go ahead. Let's go ahead and finish. That's right, brother. That's right. Go ahead and finish that. We only got about
People in this world are going to change America.
Y'all see that? Minority Reports. Y'all see that? Go ahead, brother.
I want to say something that not to throw you off, brother. But these devils in office now, the Biden, what they're gonna do is they're not. See, I'm always on top of this game.
Right.
They're gonna. They know that we didn't vote this time around because we're waking up or already waking up. So they have Plan B in effect. They're gonna bypass us. And they're gonna start issuing all these visas to all them damn Indian foreigners. And they're gonna set up a constituent block, so they don't have to depend on us as voting bloc, Latinos, Black, Native Americans.
Yeah.
To vote for them in office. They're gonna start bringing in Muslims and all these other voting groups. Give them rights, give them the benefits, entice them, make them give them whatever. That's how they're gonna keep them in power. For our people, said and done with.
Right, right. One of the sisters online, she says she thinks they may find a way to get Harris put out of the White House, even if something did happen to Joe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how hard is that not to believe?
They're gonna bring up something from her, or something that she did, or some email that she wrote.
Yeah, they'll figure out something.
See, Obama was squeaky clean.
But see, here's the problem: her husband is a lawyer.
Yes,
and you don't know the things that he's involved in. He's been involved in as a Jewish lawyer.
Yes,
they can easily throw that on her.
Yes,
whatever it is.
Yeah,
whatever.
And
she
may not have had a damn thing to do.
She might not have, but guess
maybe
what?
not even knew it.
But you're one.
Yes,
you're one.
You're one.
Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead and play that. Y'all see this, right? We got a proud Mexican American that supports Donald Trump. Let's hear a little bit of what he's talking about.
I'd like to thank everybody that shared my video. I'm completely humbled by the fact that you thought enough of my message to share it with your friends and family. So thank you. But this message goes out to all Americans, but especially to my Mexican American brothers and sisters. Listen, you guys, it's time to put this to bed. It's time to stand up for what you believe in. There are hundreds and thousands of you out there that believe Trump is the one that's going to fix this country, but you're afraid to come out and say it because you're worried about being called a racist. Listen, there's nothing wrong with being against illegal immigration. There's nothing wrong with it. You're an American. It's time to put us first. Okay, we've helped
Now I'm gonna tell y'all where he's on point. It's time to put us first, right?
Right.
But the us that he's talking about is a totally different us than what we're talking about.
That's
right. Totally different us, right?
Totally different.
I mean, he's on point,
No,
but
he
he's
is,
off.
but he's off.
He's off. Go ahead.
Everybody else out for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Many other countries, the war, everything. It's time to fix us now.
Pause it.
And there's
Y'all hear that? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to understand.
No, I do.
What he's saying, he's talking about the society. He's talking about Egypt, Babylon. Right? He's talking about America. Right. He's talking about that. Go ahead, my brother.
So basically, all these people, whether we like people, Mexicans, all together, we took their faith in both sides of the party, and it's always the same side of the same. It's both the same side of the same coin.
Right.
Democrats, Republicans, they don't really hold any of our best interests at heart.
And they don't.
No, but see, the thing is that they play these games.
Yes.
With our communities.
Yes.
That make our people think that there's something in our best interest that's going to help us. Yeah. And it never changes. It never changes. There's always going to be something that the Democrats are going to promise you. There's always going to be something that the Republicans are going to promise you. Two different heads of the same snake. That's all it is.
And they play heavily on what you said.
Mm-hmm.
They play heavily on our community, and our heartstrings.
Right. And see, we're just gonna see it for what it is, right? Because we've helped so many people. We've done all of this work.
Yeah.
All of this work for everybody. Even the wars, like he said in the wars. See, he's talking about America.
Right.
But if you think about our military, the only reason our military is number one in the world is because of the blacks and Mexicans that run that military. That are the number one reason that we have the top military in this world. That's the only reason. If we walked away from every piece of infrastructure in this society, society would crumble. It would fall apart.
Yeah.
It would fall apart because all of a sudden you wouldn't have any slaves.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have any slaves to do the work.
Right.
Rich people ain't gonna do the work.
Right.
The people that are the top 5% of this country are not going to do the work. It's not gonna happen. Okay. Go ahead. Let's see on that.
Nothing wrong with that. That wall is going to be built. People will leave, but they will come back legally, the right way, and do it the way that it's supposed to be done. Checks and balances. That's how we have a system now. I've had people tell me, you're brown, your last name, you're ashamed of your family, you're, a traitor. How can I be a traitor? I'm an American. I'm putting my people first. Look, I'm proud of my Hispanic background. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm American first.
Stop it.
He's American.
What part you ain't understand?
But I'm saying that I listen to this on my own, and I have to play this among my people to make sure I'm not crazy.
Right.
Okay.
I heard it.
Make sure you're
I had to hear it twice. I had to hear it twice to get the gist of it.
Right.
He forgets, or he conveniently, he's first already thought Willie Lynch syndrome.
You got it.
One day he got it. Yeah.
Tacotia, right? That's a coconut. It's a coconut.
The Mexican version of Uncle Tom.
A Mexican version of Uncle Tom.
Okay, you're gonna bring that up. What up, Sonny?
Bring up the changes. Remember, them people are being housed like dogs. Man.
Yeah.
He's not bringing that up.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not bringing.
If he has any pride, he's a spineless piece of.
Right. But then what did he say? How can you be proud of your culture but say you American first?
Right.
That right there.
That right there tore everything.
That right there shows the spirit of this place.
Yeah.
And what it's done to our people.
Right.
The power of the spirit of this place.
If I were to be a part of the world still, that mindset, I'd be like, hey man, we're all Americans because we go back to that damn Italian Edomite Americo Vespucci. That term American applies not just to citizens of the United States,
right?
Everybody from Alaska, the Caribbean, Central South America, technically, we're all under that label as Americans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Descendants of him.
Well, yeah.
Descendants of,
But that's what I always told fools like that for years.
Right.
That when they invoked that term, well, I'm an American, man. Well,
that's what America was named after.
So is everybody else.
Okay, so he he put emphasis on that.
So he's thinking in terms of being an American. Now, when he says he's thinking in terms of being an American, he's thinking about collectively as in society of America, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But the problem is he doesn't realize that he's being a hypocrite basically because he's going against his own people's interests.
Right.
He doesn't bring up the fact that the system is against him, but he still gives in.
True.
And that's why all these people protest and they want to stand up, they want to be activists because they want to put their faith in the system and actually reform it. But there's just too much corruption that it's too far gone to actually make a difference. So,
right. If I could, what he just brought out is real powerful because if you think about the infrastructure of this country, it is entirely built on racism.
Yes.
The whole thing, the whole system was built on racism. I mean, that's just what it is, built on racism and white supremacy. That's just what it is. That's where it came from. Yeah. I mean, technically, if you really want to look at it as us being in Texas, we're in Mexico.
We're actually in Mexico.
We're in Mexico.
And so
in California,
in
Mexico, in Arizona,
in Arizona, and California,
in New Mexico,
and New Mexico.
Mexico.
Look, Texas is so damn big. You could actually sit every state that we have inside of Texas.
Yeah. Now I want to say this. The sister said
that's for real.
The sister said what he just said is that he's a slave first.
Yeah.
That's really what he just said.
I got one back.
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
What he was saying was, I'm your concubine.
Yeah.
I'm your concubine.
Yeah.
He is. He is. Because people talk about concubines and have no understanding that concubines are conquered people. And that's what we are as the conquered people in this country.
Yes.
That's why when we go into scripture, we're going to see some more. But let's go ahead and finish up with the Tapatio. Right? Tapatio.
I just want to introduce the body. This is my son, Angelo.
Angelo.
Hi, Angelo.
Good to have you, brother. We're gonna don't worry, when we get to this, we're gonna have a social. I know y'all had some technical downstairs. We'll get to that. She was probably kind of confused, you know. Yeah, man. Go ahead, sir.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to help our people. And that's what we're doing. I know you're upset with what you're seeing on TV. St. Louis protesters stomping on that flag. Men and women of the military died for that flag. And you're stomping on it like it means nothing to you. And let me tell you something. You need to.
Our King, our Savior, Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. When you read the scriptures, he don't give a damn about no flags.
Come on now.
He is not going to care about no flags. Right. It's not going to work that way. Right. Kingship does not have anything to do with a flag. Right. Okay, it has nothing to do with a flag. It's a blood covenant, a bloodline covenant. That's it, and that's all. That's it, and that's all.
That's idol worship.
Yeah, it is. A lot of it is.
Yeah, you're right.
How much we got?
Right.
I think we're done with Dr. Phil. Yeah, I think we're done with him. I couldn't remember. Today. I just remembered coconut. That's all I can think about. Let's go ahead and get why these. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is a touchy subject.
This one's going to be
oh my God, I'll leave the room.
Interesting. Okay.
My wife and I had this conversation for 3 days in a row.
Okay.
And almost led into an argument.
Okay. So there's a lady named Ayanna Van Zandt. Is that her name? Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess she's supposed to be a life coach or something like that. Yeah. So yeah. Yes.
She started in the magazine, either Essence or Ebony magazine, and she had her own little area,
Yeah, yeah.
that's where she became popular at first.
Oh.
And then
didn't know
once
that.
she got picked up on, then she
Oh,
was
yeah.
over and got her. Because
Yeah.
when the magazines were popular, Essence and Ebony, when they were real popular amongst us, that's when that's how she started.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how she eased in.
Is that turned on?
Ivana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to
Fix
make
my
sure.
life.
I just wanted to make sure it was, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and play that. Right
Who are you? Michelangelo. Okay. Nice to meet you. I've been out with black women or approached black women before they even do this, and how many kids you got, how many baby mamas you got. Dating outside my race, I haven't had no issues like that.
Come on, man.
Okay,
Come on.
I've been practicing abstinence for 3 years. 3 years with no sex. I'm looking for someone that can respect my views on this, someone that can love me for me.
And you are both. Well, yeah, I don't date black women now because of past experiences. They like to place that strong personality on you, and sometimes you just kind of, just like, stand on this place. So, do you have any idea why you're here?
We share some of the same
Opinions about why are black women so angry? Was your mother angry?
Why you hell you
To a
think?
certain degree, yes. She had that anger inside of her, but she made sure that she didn't pass it on to me. I see how she handles that, and she gives off that vibe that I get from women here. But when it came to me and how she approached me and taught me about women, she said, "Don't deal with this." That's interesting, because as a black mother, my work was to help my son understand it so that he would know how to stand in with a black woman.
There you go.
Okay. So I want y'all to kind of understand first while we're watching this. The men are going to be half truth about a lot of the things that they're going to say. Half of it's going to make sense. Half of it ain't.
Right.
Okay, because half of it is actually fact. The other half of it is Willie Lynch. Okay, and if you don't know what Willie Lynch is, Willie Lynch was a slaver, and this is, for the edification, I'm just going to shoot straight. Willie Lynch was a slaver in the mid 1500s who wrote a letter to help the slaves understand how to break their slaves. And what he taught them was, for when you ride into a town, you take the biggest, strongest one in that tribe.
That's right.
You beat him, you tie him up, you rape him, you tar and feather him,
demoralize
and quarter him in front of the entire village.
Yeah.
And what happens is the women. This was the interesting part about the Willie Lynch letters. You guys haven't read it in a while. It's been some years. The first thing that he said was the women immediately go into preservation mode, survival mode. There you go. Thank you. Survival mode, because what they're seeing is, wow, this is the strongest out of all of us, and he can't protect himself.
Right.
What am I gonna do?
Right.
Well, guess who she's thinking the only one that can protect her is the slave master.
It's the slave master.
So a lot of that syndrome, it works both ways with the men and the women. That's what they did to conquer in North, Central, and South America. Okay, that was what they did. And if you haven't read it, look up the Willie Lynch letters. You'll learn how the devil knows better than anybody how to be the devil. So go ahead and play that, sir.
Yeah, my situation is a little bit different because I traveled a lot when I was a kid, very talented, very gifted musically. So because of that, when I came back to my neighborhood, when I was dealing with certain black women, you're different. You talk funny. You dress funny. The music you listen to is funny. I like being because I had flip-flops on or I had a turtleneck, I'm gay. The problem I'm having is just because you're more my culture and you're black, you don't get a pass. All the women in my family, I got style cousins that made me feel weird about that. How can anybody make you feel anything? You get to choose how you feel. You don't know that when you're kids, it's a psychological instrument. What does that have to do with today? Now, with a black woman, I have this in my mind before I even talk to you, she's gonna think I'm weird. And that bothered me a lot. When I went to junior high school, I got bused from Ocean Hill, Brownsville to Flatbush. And they spit on me and called me a nigger. They spit on me. And I was 13. And these were adults, not the children.
So my point is this: that don't have nothing to do with who I am today.
Because I don't believe that.
Because
because no, I
It
don't.
has something to do with who she is.
Because it has directly something to do with who you are. Because when you go through trauma, that affects you, and it was proven. I remember when we had the elders down here a couple of years back. They went and watched this film on. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to plug that up. Hit that real quick. Yeah, we're gonna have to plug that up. Oh, somehow it got unplugged. Right there. Yeah, go ahead and adjust that. Make sure that no, you gotta bring that back. Somehow they were watching a can you get it? Somehow they were watching a video about how the trauma of slavery turned into a. There you go. I'll pray. Somehow the trauma. There you go. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Back a little bit. The trauma of slavery was so vicious that it turned into DNA. It turned into a bloodline trauma to where it came out in the offspring of the children. That was how deep rooted the trauma was. And they said that it was not just psychological, but it was it was hereditary.
Oh.
It was hereditary because of yeah, I mean, you got to figure if you just think about the Willie Lynch syndrome. You sit there and you watch, you're a village, and you sit there and watch the strongest of you be destroyed that way, and people come in to do that. That trauma is going to live with you and bleed. They said that the trauma was so shocking that it made an imprint on your blood cells. They said that's how bad it was.
Like stress and anxiety.
It's like stress and anxiety, right? So when you think about the slave trade and the things that happened from the 1400s through the 1800s, where Mexicans were in the rice fields and the sugar fields, and blacks were in the cornfields and the cotton fields. All of that was done systematically for it to bleed in as a generational way of imprinting on our people. Okay, and that's where that's part of the generational curses that get passed down. They said it was DNA. It bleeds into your DNA. Now, this woman saying that didn't affect her. Like I said, this is going to be half in and half out. What we're going to say. So we're going to chew up the meat and spit out the bones in this right here. Okay, go ahead.
What is your experience?
A lot of black women, they don't want to talk to me. Some of them don't want to talk to me. Some of them want to talk to me because, one, I'm a God-fearing man. I don't believe like right now I'm practicing abstinence. I'm not having any sex whatsoever.
Why you ain't in the church?
I am.
So first thing she can think of is because he ain't having no sex, why ain't he in the church? Well, honestly, if she understood anything at all, if he was in the church, he wouldn't be abstinent. He wouldn't be abstinent. Okay, he'd probably be shacking up.
Yeah.
Unhappy and wouldn't be sitting here. I mean, he's a different kind of example for what we're seeing right here.
Right.
But the example that he's giving off, like I said, is a positive example to one extent, but it's going to be a bad example when it comes to dealing with his own people. All right, go ahead.
The church. I'm going to think about the church one. If you don't have a collar, they don't want to talk to you. I'm straight up.
But does you know what the collar represents? Huh?
I guess it's purity or leadership or divine
power. Yeah. About power. That's what it represents. Okay. But let me tell you why I've called you here today.
I invited you here because my intention is to dismantle the myth of the angry Black woman. I believe it's a myth. As a Black woman, I believe it's a myth. I invited you here for a mix-up tonight, just to be with some women, all kinds of women, all ages. We all have a story, we all have an experience, and we all get to choose. Tonight you get to choose how you're going to experience these women. But I do also want to thank you for being here. Thank you for being a demonstration, because I know there are hundreds of thousands of Black men, all ages, who've had these experiences. And I believe it is my intention for us to hear. Hello?
Okay, that's good. Yeah, they're gonna have a mixer, is what it was, what you were saying. No, we'll watch it another time, because that mixer is gonna get out of control. Go to the go to that one.
Sure.
Now,
no, I'm talking to one sister, talking to a sister, my sister. How do you feel about that?
No, we're not gonna get into all of that.
Oh, okay.
Let's finish the lesson.
I got
all right. Yeah, because this is gonna be dissertation. I want y'all to see this first. No.
Is marriage for white people? That's the question being asked by an author of a new book. Is marriage for white people? How the African-American marriage decline affects everyone. It's got a lot of people talking right now. Stanford law professor Ralph Richard Banks says it's time for Black women to, this is a quote, give up the good fight on marrying a Black man. Here he is.
The way I think of that is that women have been asked to carry a great.
Now, okay. So we see what we're dealing with right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, not only, of course, you know, we ain't keeping no laws. You know, he's what you would call a Hellenized Jew is what you would call him. But on top of that, he's telling his own people to give up being with them.
Right.
Just let it go. Yeah. So in other words, and it's all going to come out right here, but I just wanted to kind of everybody get a snapshot. This guy is a Harvard professor.
Right.
You understand that? Yeah, he's a Harvard professor.
Harvard Law School.
Yeah, go ahead.
Professor.
Load. Black women shoulder a lot of the burden, in short, of Black men's struggles. And I am asking women to put the burden down. Many women think that they're attracted to Black men. They are attracted
go ahead.
To Black men. But attraction itself is complicated. And one of the things that I discovered in the course of writing this book is that there's a whole host of fears and desires and anxieties that animate Black women's attraction to Black men.
Okay, Banks recently wrote an article in the Wall Street Journal and said that 70% of Black women.
Okay.
70% of Black women.
Okay, so they're allowing this man to come into the Wall Street Journal and write about this. Okay, it's all propaganda. Okay, right. But 70% of Black women aren't
married.
Aren't married. They are not married.
Wow.
And those are facts.
70%.
70%. So you got to understand something. Not only are they not married, but now you got your own people who is, you know, and they're going to give him credence because he's a professor, right?
Harvard Law.
Yeah. So they're going to give him credence here in Egypt. Or I'm using Egypt for our lesson today because it's spiritual Egypt and Sodom, according to the book of Revelations of the 18th chapter. But you got this guy coming on telling you that marriage ain't for your people.
Right.
Just give up. Right. All right, go ahead.
Roughly true. Okay, so is it time for single, educated, and working Black women to just forget the notion of marrying a Black man and look outside their race? A new Gallup poll shows more and more people are receptive to the idea of interracial marriage. In 1968, the numbers were quite low for whites approving of interracial marriage. This is a Gallup poll from.
Y'all see the numbers, right? In 68, 17% of white folks was like, okay.
1968.
In 68. So you got what? 83% of white folks was like, hell to the no.
Hell to the no.
And you got here, 56% of Negroes was like, yeah. All right. So, yeah, 44% of Negroes was pretty much like
taboo.
Hell to the no. Okay, go ahead. Let's see what it is now.
Today, but today this number skyrocketed for both blacks and whites. So does the author have a point?
Y'all want to see some stats? There's some stats for you. Completely destroyed.
Bro.
Yeah. You understand that? Y'all see that?
83% of Esau said, yeah, I'll have a black woman. Yeah, I'll have a black man. 96% of our nation said, you know, them folks could put us, send our kids to prison and murdered us in the streets. Yeah, we'll lie with them.
We'll make a covenant with them, not just lying with them. What
That's crazy. But when you look at this, the focus is really, in my opinion, it's not about black people as a whole. They're focusing on black women.
Right.
Yeah. Because let's just be honest. Black men, when you really look around, they already date outside their race a lot of times. You know, they date white women. You know, they don't have to worry about the focus on that because these Caucasian men see this. And so when they're thinking about it, okay, this is going on. Well, let's go ahead and take their women because they're starting to understand too. You are the seed of the father. When you have a child, when you look in what they're doing, like the one who married the prince, you know,
Megan.
Yeah. They know that she is a white woman. She may have her mother's black, but her dad isn't. If her dad was black, he could not be. She would nowhere near
the prince
be able to marry the prince.
Not at all.
At all. So they're starting to get this understanding. So they're going to target women because what is it about right now? It's just like nothing new under the sun. The feminist movement is coming back.
That's right.
And it's coming back strong with Kamala Harris. This kind of stuff here. So they're encouraging black women. Look. We got Biden and Kamala are together. They're showing it always as a black, white, you know, coming together. So let's do that. They have to make this collectively in order for what their plan is to work.
Now,
it's a distraction too.
Here's my thing about that. Oh, okay. One thing I'm gonna let you go. Here's my thing about that. How do we even know
those right?
Those stats are correct.
What is a USA Today Gallup poll? Who are these people that are being brought to the table? And 9 out of 10 of them came to the table and was like, "Yeah, I approve." You know, hold on. And who are these people? We'll never know. But because it's coming from the source is USA Today, which is Esau's paper, his news, his national news, you're going to believe it. It got to be true. It just got to be true. Hold on. Go ahead, bro.
I was going to say all this is part of an overall agenda.
Yeah.
It's not just going to stop with feminism.
Right.
They're going to bring back LGBT.
Yeah.
Gay rights more, focus it stronger, destroy more of the so-called traditional nuclear family units, kill our people. Kamala, she's got, I don't know why people are embracing her. She's got a track history. She was throwing in Jake women in prison in California when she was Attorney General.
Right.
For truancy.
I don't know, y'all. We just had that conversation.
No. Hold on. For truancy. No, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, for truancy.
For truancy.
Simple something like truancy.
Wow.
And that's for not attendance at school.
Yeah.
Truancy.
All that. A lot of Jakes were getting thrown in prison. Their prison sentences were even being added on consecutively just for minor drug possession.
Right.
And they appealed. They got fuck that. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of stories about that too, about people that had evidence that cleared them, and she ignored that evidence, like threw that evidence out, and I think one of the brothers was on death row,
So
and she made sure that he was,
What
put to death.
was the Crips founder name?
Tukey.
Tukey Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He appealed to her. She committed, she's like, you know what? Fuck you. Boom.
Yes, stay in
So
there.
she's got blood on her hands already, man.
Yeah, just like America.
Wait, hold on. You had a question.
I was just gonna say, like, the people who did for the business, I think it was based on like who read the book and like who's in the school. I think that's what.
Who read the book and who's in the
Like,
school?
cause like you know how it's from Harvard. I think he got some from like students, on his opinion, and people who also read the book. I think that's what it was.
Okay, you got some?
Like a focus group.
Oh,
So it was a particular, okay,
like a
okay.
focus
You got some?
yeah, I guess. I think I have it.
No? Okay.
It might have been on someone else's like trying to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically, what all these people are saying, it's too much of a generalization that they believe in, basically, because they live in fear of not wanting to deal with someone else's attitude. Right? It should be on an individual basis. I mean, yeah, a black man can date a white woman if he wants, but still, it's like their agenda is just to wipe out like a pure type of bloodline.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I see it.
Right.
From Shabbat classes that we had earlier this summer. What'd you call it? The whiting out.
Whitewashing.
Whitewashing. And then when I came into the truth, I can't think of the guy's name, but he's doing something else, Shajai said. He's doing other things, but he made a program for Shabbat, and it was called Whiteout. He wrote a book, and that's how I found out about them writing us out of the Bible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
But let me say this. And I've traveled a lot in the military when I was younger, and I see how other nations interact and work and live. I don't have a hateful bone in my body for another, for any race of people, for that. I may have disagreement. I may have a little anger, but it's different. Anger is not the same as hate. That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
And from what I've been learning in scripture and what I see, I don't even, and I'm not trying to be racist, but I don't see why any.
Don't get my video taken down, Elder. I know you finna don't get flagged.
I don't see. My mama was black.
Okay. Well, that's why I said don't get the video flagged.
My mama was black.
Hold what you got there. Go ahead.
Restriction.
Yeah.
We already on restriction.
Go ahead.
Black marriage is nearly obsolete. Is the idea just for white people? I have a black couple here who says, hello, I'm right here joining us to talk about this, as Lamar and Ronnie Tyler, fathers for Black and married with kids. All right, Tyler, I guess my first question is, what is your reaction to what you have just heard? A lot of people have been talking about this.
I just think the book is dangerous and it's sending a dangerous message.
Dangerous?
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely think it is just perpetuating all of the negative stereotypes that are out there. And now is the time for Black people to come together and to work together, not to look outside of our community.
Dangerous how so? And I want you to answer this because he seems to be putting a lot of negativity out there on Black men.
So, I think what he's done is created a perfect mechanism to sell books, but not so much to help African American women.
Right.
And I think, that's he's portraying this like this is some type of help tool for them, but not at all. I think anytime when you say that one entire group of people, specifically based on race, is bad, and another group is good, then it doesn't make any sense at all. It's not helping anybody. Instead, the conversation should be if there are problems in the African American
community, how can we uplift you? What can we do to show them that marriage is positive, to show them that parenting is positive where it's at, instead of, you know, making notions like these that basically just get you on TV in the media all the time and allow you to sell books.
Well, because some of the numbers that he put out there are true. A white woman is twice as likely to get married as a black woman. Some of what he is saying is true, is what you take exception to, what you say are solutions that aren't actually solutions. Is that what you're saying?
So y'all hear that? So-called white women are twice as likely to get married as so-called black women.
Right.
That is systematic. Okay, that's systematic. It was designed that way because when you got a 400-year head start, some things are going to be out of place. Go ahead.
I like that. 400 years.
That's just what it is.
We was in slavery for 100 years. While they were running around doing what they do.
There was this analogy I seen online, and it was
speak up so we can hear you.
It was basically let's say everybody's playing Monopoly, and one group of people starts playing Monopoly, and they have 400 turns before you can even get on the board. That's basically all it is.
And that's what it is. And that's what happened. You get 400, they got 400 turns. The so-called white woman got 400 turns at Monopoly before the so-called black woman and Native and Mexican woman got to pick up the dice.
Oh,
before
also,
you even get to pick up the dice, they got 400
and
rolls.
Also, when you get on the board, you're not even guaranteed to be in the same position as a person who already started 400 years.
Not the same playing.
Right, because the playing field's not the same. It's just not the same.
You can get one die, you can get no die. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Right.
It's just like when you go to other like countries and other places where you see certain things, like when you go like to parts of South America, but on TV they show South Americans that are actual Spaniards,
right,
or Caucasians, but they don't show the indigenous people of that land. They have that out. They do. It's like America is instilled in everywhere, you know, on how they do things. It's like when you go over there, you see this, like, you know how we may have little statues here, but you go over there and you see these tall, huge statues over the city of the Caucasian Christ.
Right.
And so it stays in their mind systematically, you know, even in our language, like so-called black people, all we know is how to speak English, you know, so it tells you who conquered us. So-called Hispanics, where they speak in Spanish. And some of them, like me growing up, even though they're Mexican, so-called Mexican, they think they're Spanish and don't understand that those are still Caucasians, Europeans.
Right.
It's like there's a systematic oppression all over the place.
Yeah.
It's all over. It's not just here. It's just that we're Babylon. So everybody looks to us.
Right.
And kind of like takes from it.
Right. The sister online says that all the extremely rich and wealthy on the text, what are the Gallup polls? I'm not sure what that means, sis, but sounds like you were trying to say something, but try to reword that for us so we can kind of bring that out. Go ahead.
Exactly. Solutions that are not actually solutions. So if it's true, let's get down to why it's true and bring forth the real solutions for the Black community.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I think you know, interracial dating is fine. I think who you fall in love with is who you fall in love with. But again, you know, when you say this group of people and this, you know,
see, she agrees with that. She's like, hey, let's all get along. Yeah, I agree with that. But see, y'all got to realize something. The attack here, it looks like it's all on the so-called black woman, but it's really on the man. It's really on the black man to get him out of the way. Because once you get us out of the way, then they can literally repopulate themselves. Because that's really the concern. They got a low birth rate.
Using our women.
Right, using our women,
Right.
and you using the best women on the planet
Yes.
to repopulate yourselves. And that's what they want to get back to. Go ahead.
for instance, which is black men are bad and you shouldn't be with them. And I think the craziest thing about all of this is the fact that he's married to a black woman.
So what if she took his own advice? They wouldn't be married now.
So what you're saying is, okay, let me turn
That's what's crazy.
He's saying, look outside of your race because there's a problem with your race as opposed to just be with whoever you choose to be with, regardless of what their race is. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, this is a two-part thing. Part of it is that, and part of it is this thing about the black man being so bad, just perpetuating these continual stereotypes that we've had now for generations and generations. And the problem becomes when you have people in communities that don't see marriage every day, that don't see those positive images of marriage portrayed, they start to believe things like this. When they see books and they see movies, and they see different things, some of the marriages for white people, they start to actually get that into their conscious, and then that passes down from generation to generation.
Because there are plenty of positive images of black marriages out there. I mean, we've got the Obamas. I mean,
Exactly.
there's Will and Jada.
That's enough.
She cheated.
Yeah,
She should have left Will and
Oh,
Jada.
wait, no, that was enough. That was enough.
Oh,
we shouldn't even have went past the 23rd second. Go to no, not that one. Go up. Go up. Go up. That one at the top. White women. Because you're gonna turn the camera around.
Oh, yeah, this holiday, get the fuck this
Don't mute it. Just play it.
Entertainment the whole family will love. Switch now and save $700 on Galaxy S20 Plus, only on Verizon.
Okay.
You're baiting my private. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Now why don't you not tell them that? Go ahead and tell them that. Go ahead and tell them that.
Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Yes, you said you're going to turn around my child. You didn't even come to take away from my child. Ma'am, you know that's a lie. She just said I brought my dog to buy. No,
Okay,
she's crazy.
Okay, now pause it. No.
So what's going on?
No. Okay. Rewind it a little bit. Now go ahead and play it.
Crazy.
Pause.
She is.
Now, the so-called white woman told the other white woman she was wrong. She did this, that, and the third. And she came back to tell her, you're crazy. Came back to argue with her. What now? Watch what she's going to do to the Jake. Go ahead.
You're crazy.
Pause it.
Good.
See that?
She slapped him.
Did y'all see the hate?
Yeah.
Y'all tell me if y'all saw the hate in that.
Yeah.
Okay. She was okay with going over to, her sister of her nation and go back and forth with her.
Right.
He said one thing.
One thing.
You crazy.
Right.
Go ahead. Let's play. Watch.
You just hit me, right? You just hit me, right? You just hit me.
And I have that on camera too. Thank you. God. Yeah, fine.
No, they all don't be having shoes.
Yeah, she had to see
The
parents
the cave dwellers.
What the hell is that, Georgia?
The cave dwellers.
That look like
No, they're not. Watch.
Girl, go inside your house. Go inside your house. You want to come to talk to me? You want to come and talk to me? What's your phone? You want to record me? You brought your dog, all right, my child. Let me tell you something. Are you a mother? Are you a mother? You have children, all right. Well, then you need to have some respect for my child. You brought the dog. I don't know for my child. You think you brought this? I don't care. I don't know your dog.
Don't do that.
I don't know your dog.
Here's the dog. Here's the dog. You're hating my private.
Those dogs. Y'all see that?
She'd have to get.
Wait. No, hold on.
No, but I know where you go.
Wait, do y'all see that?
Yeah.
Do y'all see the demon? Can y'all? No, not the hell with aggression. Do y'all see the demon on this woman when she turns to him?
Yeah.
She's turning to her. She's smiling. Right. It's just simple disagreement.
Yeah.
She turns to him.
His own.
You see that demon. Rewind it a little bit. Just look at her face. Look at her countenance. Just check it out. Look at that. Jaleel gonna get it all. Go ahead. Just look at her. Just look. Look at that. Do y'all see that?
Well, you can go from my friend.
Do y'all see that?
Yes.
Do y'all see her face? She's got a demon on her. Go ahead. That's fine.
Oh,
Look. Oh, he's talking. You talking? Look at that. Look at that. That is a demon. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Got it. What's his name?
I'm gonna get the license. Get the license plate.
Look at what you're doing.
Look at what you're doing. Okay. Victim.
These people.
You brought these people. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Look.
That's
No,
fine.
it's not your problem. It's my problem. Yes, and I am moving your
Yeah.
property.
We'll move. Don't worry. We'll move that.
Ooh, some people got some real patience. She mess with the right one.
Look, listen. Pause it.
Ready.
Y'all see that?
Houston Astros owner Jim Crane.
It's his ex-wife. She pulled over in a Jag to come over here to talk to them. This is in Houston. Go ahead.
Shame on you.
You didn't tell them that.
Shame.
Go ahead.
Bye.
No charges.
That should be assault.
Go ahead.
What is assault?
So,
Y'all let her get away with it.
yeah. So this is what we mean by having 400 rolls of the dice, because the sister couldn't even have attempted to act like that with Caucasians. Couldn't have, she walk up with no shoes on acting like that? She's lucky if she don't get shot and killed.
With the Chihuahua.
Okay.
And it looked like they in a private estate, you know.
Look, this
gated.
This is what loving your oppressors will get you. This right here. We got to make this real clear. All right. You can go ahead and turn that back around. So, let me see how you doing on.
Don't turn that. Yeah, turn the whole thing.
Yeah. Just pick, wait. Turn it. No, not that way. The other way, because you got the. No, we got to keep it flush.
It's a 12%.
How's it? You good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, no, that was a Negro that was getting beat up right there, because the other woman was a Caucasian, so he must have had a sister with him or something. See, you see her right there?
Yeah.
That's his woman. That's the one that was talking about her baby. Right. That's who she was arguing with. Right.
You see it? So who the black woman must have been the guy's sister?
No, I think she was the photographer.
Oh yeah, they were taking
So they were taking. It was a photo shoot. Okay. Let's get Proverbs 3:31. Okay.
You see that woman didn't defend her man either.
No,
that
she
would have been
didn't.
my man. She was sitting on.
Hey, look, she can't jump on her because you know why? That reminds her of her mama. So she can't jump on her because that's reminding her of her mama. She's not gonna. That's not an enemy of hers. You see that? That's not an enemy of hers. Go ahead.
I think she was holding the baby.
It don't matter.
Right. That baby had a.
Don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Proverbs what?
3:31.
Yeah, let's get Proverbs 3:31.
Yes.
Go ahead and bring that up.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Read that again.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Take your time.
And choose none of his ways.
One more time.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. Read the next verse.
Verse 32. For the froward is abomination to Yahweh.
So the froward, which is the first one, the oppressor, go ahead, is an abomination unto Yahweh. Go ahead.
But his secret is with the righteous.
And who's the righteous? Children of Israel. The children of Israel who are keeping law, statutes, and commandments. And envying our oppressors and choosing their ways is exactly the opposite of what's going on in America. Okay.
Proverbs again?
Proverbs 3 and 31. 3 and 31. Let's get Leviticus chapter 20. Leviticus 20 and 23. Let's go ahead and start. Let's start at 22.
This is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 22. Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and do them.
And what?
And do them.
All his statutes and his judgments. Go ahead.
That the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out.
That the land spew you not out. So you don't get kicked out of the land that I bless you with. Okay. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
And ye shall what?
Not walk in the manners of the nation.
What does that mean? You shall not walk in the manner of the nation. Keep reading.
Which I cast out before you. For they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them.
What does that mean? Read it again.
And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation, which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them.
What does it mean to not walk in the manner of the nations?
Do not follow. Yeah, any of their ways.
That's right. That's right. Read verse 24. Read on.
Verse 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am Yahweh, your Elohim, which have separated you from other people.
Which have what?
Separated you from other people.
So why are we all American?
Exactly.
Read on.
Ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean fowls and clean. And ye shall not make your souls abominable by beasts.
By what?
By beasts.
By beasts. That means by food, by what you eat. You do not make your soul abominable, which is something that the Lord hates, by what you eat. By the beasts that you eat. Read on.
Or by fowl.
Or by the birds that you eat. Read.
Or by any manner of living thing that creepeth on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean.
Anything that's unclean, according to our dietary laws, the Most High says that makes your soul abominable. He hates that he created you over that. Okay? It's basically the long story short. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 26, and ye shall be holy unto me.
Wait, stop. Ye shall be what?
Holy unto me.
What does the word holy mean? I just need hands. I just need hands. Not you.
Why?
Not you. No, not you. Go ahead.
Word holy means to be spiritual and have tranquility.
Help him out.
Separate.
What?
Separate.
Separate. The word holy comes from the Hebrew word kodesh, which means separate or set apart. Okay? So when you read the word holy in the Bible, it's a Hebraic translation from the word kodesh, which means separate or set apart. Read verse 26 again.
Verse 26, and ye shall be holy unto me.
Ye shall be what?
Holy unto me.
So you shall be separate or set apart unto me. Read.
For I, Yahweh, am holy.
So even the Most High is holy. So he's separate. He's not part of this world. Okay, read.
And have severed you from other people.
Have what?
Severed you from other people.
What does the word severed mean? Can anybody break that down?
Severed, like to be separated.
I mean, that's good, but I'm looking for something more descriptive.
Like completely broken, like completely cut off.
Like a sharp cut.
Cut off.
When something's severed, like if your arm is severed,
Cut off.
it's cut off. It's completely cut off. Read that again.
And have severed you from other people.
The Most High has severed us from other people. Read.
That ye should be mine.
That what?
That ye should be mine.
He's only talking about one group of people. He's only talking about one group of people. This is Leviticus
chapter 20.
Sorry, where you at?
This is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. We're on 26 right now. We started at 22.
22. Very good. Mm-hmm. Let's get. Do you need a pen up?
I got one.
You got one? Okay. Let's get. Now I got one of these too. These are my favorite right here. All right. So let's get the book of Luke. The book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 27. I'm finna hurt some church folk feeling right now. If you church folk and you watching this and you seeing us read the Bible, you're not gonna be happy about this. What color are the letters in your book?
Red.
Yours? On this verse. What color are the letters in your book?
Luke chapter.
What color are your letters?
19 verse.
What about you? What color are your book? Oh, you don't have it?
Verse 27.
No, Luke 19 and 27. My letters are red. That means the Messiah is speaking, okay? Let's go ahead and get it. Luke 19 and 27. Bring that up.
Luke chapter 19, verse 27. But those mine enemies.
But what?
But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Read that slower.
Verse 27. But those mine enemies.
But his enemies, read.
Which would not that I should reign over them.
So the Most High Son, Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he's saying my enemies that don't want me to reign over them. Okay? They don't want me to be the king over them. Go ahead.
Bring hither.
Bring them over here. Read.
And slay them before me.
And kill them. This is in the New Testament. How come we don't hear this in the church? We hear that the Messiah is coming back for hugs, kisses, dandelions. He's going to come back and celebrate Christmas and Easter.
Good time, Jesus.
Right. Right. He's going to come back and do Easter egg hunts, open presents with us, eat your Easter ham, right? Your Easter ham, right? Watch your cartoons, dress up, play dress up with you. Read that one more time.
Verse 27, but those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
He didn't say I'm going to kill them.
He's telling us to kill them.
He's telling you, bring them over here and kill them in front of me. I want to make sure they did. You understand that? This ain't the Bible ain't no plaything. Okay? This ain't about religion. This is about the truth. Because the Most High is a man of war. You understand? And there's only one way that this land is going to be cleansed. I'm not going to go into that law just yet, but there's only one way it's going to be cleansed. But I'm going to tell y'all something. And I'm going to ask y'all this question. Do y'all think when the Creator sends his son back, if any of these people that we're watching right here, they were told they had to be with their own people and they have to separate from their oppressor, do you think that they would come to be with their own people and serve a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah? Do you think that they'll do that?
No, sir.
I'm talking about these Republicans, these so-called black Republicans.
No, sir.
These people, these jakes at the dinner table talking about they can't be with a black woman. All these people that are reading these books. This guy right here.
The captivity, I think, in my opinion, is too deep.
Right.
They're too entrenched in the systems.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that Babylon is entrenched in them. You know what? Jaden, go ahead and turn it around. We're gonna watch another one. Let's go to the
I can
there you go.
This way now.
There you go. Very good. Let's go to the America spoke. Yeah, that one right there. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We won! We won!
Pause that. Y'all see that? We won. We won. Goodness won. Go ahead.
Yes, one! Yes, we won! Goodness! Never mind it! Goodness!
Look at this. Look at this. Go back a little bit. Go back.
Look at
Pause
this
that.
guy.
Look at that.
With the pride flag.
As a cake. Right. And you got the Eve over here doing whatever she's doing. And look at Jake over here. Oh, you missed it. Pause it. Yeah, right there. Pause it. Look at that. You got Jake over here getting his boogie on, turned up. And after all of this, guess where you get to go? Back to the ghetto you go.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Back to the ghetto you go, you go. Go ahead. Look at it. It's Spike Lee. Hey. So you mean to tell me that you're so overwhelmed with joy that you popping bottles in the middle of the street for what?
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out myself.
For what? Go ahead.
Socialism.
After this, go ahead and got the Puerto Ricans out here.
I really thought he could lean there.
Okay, that's good. So again, do you think that any of these people would turn around and serve the Creator if he said, you got to come out of America?
Nope.
What do you think?
No, some of them would just think it's prank.
They'd die?
Yeah. Very funny.
Hey, you're hilarious.
Okay, so you can go ahead and turn it on. Go ahead and hey, go ahead and turn that on. Okay.
When they say all ages, they really meant 6 years old.
No, the other one.
They were forced to go there and dance because school your life means everything about my wins. And they were like 6.
You good?
Yeah. Okay. Let's get all right. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 6. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 14.
My people give me a headache sometimes.
Sometimes, huh? We'll fight through it.
Deuteronomy said 6 and 14. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 14. Ye shall not go after other gods.
Read it again.
Ye shall not go after other gods.
Read.
Of the gods of the people which are round about you.
Mm-hmm.
For Yahweh thy Elohim is a jealous Elohim among you.
Mm-hmm.
Lest the anger of Yahweh thy Elohim be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth.
Okay, read verse 14 and 15 again. Read from the top.
Verse 14, ye shall not go after other gods of the gods of the people which are round about you. For Yahweh thy Elohim is a jealous Elohim among you, lest the anger of Yahweh thy Elohim be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth.
See, because second officer brought out something else last night, that he was scared of the Most High's judgment. I am too. I fear his judgment because part of his judgment as a nation was us going into slavery for serving other gods. And when you think about some of the other gods that our people serve, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, food.
Yeah.
Say it again. The Queen.
What pissed them off the most is this Islam.
Islam. They serve in Islam. Women, animals, right? Right. All of these things are gods that our people serve. Okay. Let's stay in Deuteronomy. Let's get chapter 4, verse 30.
Oh. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 30.
Okay.
When thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter time, in the latter days, if thou turn to Yahweh thy Elohim, and shalt be obedient unto his voice, for Yahweh thy Elohim is a merciful Elohim.
So he said, even in the latter days. He's not talking about then. He's not talking about, Moses wasn't talking about in his time. Moses is talking about now. Okay? Now, these days. Go ahead.
He will not forsake thee.
He won't what?
Not forsake thee.
Read.
Neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers which he sware unto them. Verse 32, for ask now of the days that are past, which were before thee, since the day that Elohim created man upon the earth, and ask from the one side of heaven unto the other, whether there hath been any such thing as this great thing is, or hath been heard like it. Did ever people hear the voice of Elohim speaking out of the midst of the fire, as thou hast heard, and live? Or hath Elohim essayed to go and take him a nation from the midst of other nation, of Salakia, of another nation, by temptations, by signs, and by wonders, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by a great terrors, according to all Yahweh, your Elohim, did for you in Egypt before your eyes.
Before your eyes. Everything you saw in Egypt was before your eyes. Okay. All the terror, all the evil, right? That was done to deliver Israel out of Egypt. Go ahead.
Verse 35, unto thee it was shewed that thou mightest know that Yahweh, he is Elohim. There is none else beside him.
He's the power. He's the power that does everything, that creates everything. Anything has to go through him. Go ahead.
Verse 36, out of heaven he made thee to hear his voice, that he might instruct thee, and upon earth he shewed thee his great fire, and thou heardest his words out of the midst of the fire. Verse 37, and because he loved thy fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them.
So because he loved your fathers, he chose the seed of your fathers after them. Read.
And brought thee out in his sight with his mighty power of Egypt. Verse 38, to drive out nations from before thee, greater and mightier than thou art, to bring thee in, to give thee their land for an inheritance, as it is this day.
That land is inherited to Israel today. That's the same land that we have today, that we are in exile from. Okay? Bring it home to verse 39.
Verse 39. Know therefore this day, and consider it in thine heart, that Yahweh, he is Elohim in heaven above, and upon the earth beneath. There is none else.
Do you know during the time of slavery that there was some of the slaves that wanted to escape, you had other slaves that didn't want to escape and wanted to go back? Were y'all aware of that?
Oh, yeah.
And you remember, each and every one of you, again, have been here before, okay? Harriet Tubman told the slaves, if you don't come with me right here, right now, I'm killing you where you stand.
I know that's right.
Can anybody tell me why she did that? Huh? That's one way to put it. Anybody else? Wait, say it again. They snitches.
Right.
They'll tell where she's going and where they are. So if you're not coming with me, you gotta die.
You gotta die.
Right. So you come here now, or you die.
Or you don't go anywhere.
Right. Go ahead and turn it back around. Yeah.
This way.
Yeah, there you go. So let's go to go down. No, go up right there. It's not that one. That one right there.
Yes.
Go to scroll to the 54th second. That's fine.
Are you gonna start?
Yeah.
To our next guest, who hasn't been lucky when it comes to finding love. She's Elizabeth Holt, and she has endured 4 failed engagements and has been out on over 200 dates, which haven't gone too well. But now she says that she's not Ruthie, she has found the one.
Found the one. She's planning now to marry the love of her life, and is with her today, her golden retriever.
Now y'all cannot sit here and tell me that dog is not depressed.
He looks mad. He looks like, bro, get me out of here.
Is it me? Is it me?
Nah, he's like, get me out of here. I've been stressing.
What does that dog look like to y'all?
He looks like he's medicated.
Does that? It looks medicated to you. Looks mentally tired.
Yeah.
Mentally depressed.
What about you guys? Huh? Exhausted. Exhausted. Go ahead. That's abuse. Go ahead.
I guess she identifies as a dog. Okay. He looks very relaxed and chilled.
Tell me about the love you have for Logan Humphrey and Logan, as you just looking at Logan's face there. That dog adores you. For that, there's no doubt.
Yeah, and I adore him. It's a year ago today I rescued him, and the reason why I feel it's so important to, celebrate this by doing this is not only because I've been in lucky love by 221 dates actually, and counting. Thought I'd better correct you on that one. I rescued him a year ago today. He has a very sad past where he's now just turned 6, but for the first 4 years he was locked up in utility cupboards, cleaned up, beaten, starved. Yeah. And when he came out, he was rehomed very badly with dysfunctional families. And it was like we were meant to meet, because I just lost my other golden retriever, just one delighted he was a golden retriever. So my son said, get a doppelganger. And
okay.
You said that what you've done for him, what has he done for you? He saved me, and I've saved him. And everyone, I got a dog behaviourist when I first got him, and she said, he saved you and you've saved him, because I was a broken woman when Humphrey was only 8, but with this spondylitis, his legs just went, and I was absolutely devastated.
Okay, I get all that, but as regards human relationships, and with men in particular, have you gone as far to say you've given up?
I've completely given up. I've hand on heart, I've been on all those websites from, can I name some of them?
Well, anyway,
There's
we all
so many. There's Muddy Matches, farmers, millionairematch.com, match.com.
But then, okay, but you don't get to the stage where you have to ask yourself the question: is it them or is it you?
It must be me. I mean, I'm.
Well, at least she's honest about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, have you got particularly high standards?
She's married a dog, for God's sake.
Yeah, he is carrying her.
The older men want the younger woman, and the younger man wants the older woman. Now I've got a son of 25. Men of that age are asking me out, seriously, and I can't do that. It's not right,
It's not right, but marrying a dog is. So just fast forward to the wedding.
That's a cupboard I give to you.
Listen.
And all that I have in my doggy treat cupboard, I give to you. And all those cuddles on the sofa, I share with you. And all those cuddles on the sofa, I share.
So you got Eve performing the ceremony.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Imagine getting paid to do a dog.
That Logan is feeling a little bit rough this morning. So Ken, if you could place the ring with Elizabeth, and Elizabeth, could you place the bracelet onto Logan's paw?
Who are the spectators just allowing this to happen?
That's what I'm
there. You got a crowd.
Somebody got to get popped.
You know they say if you want to inject, you can say it now.
Hold on. Go ahead.
They don't have any like.
No, they don't.
Anything to say?
We're in Babylon. Go ahead.
All right, bro.
This got to be over.
Hold on.
Logan, sit. Good boy. Can remind me not to ask you to be better.
Oh.
Logan. Logan, do you agree to take Elizabeth to be your partner for life? I'll take that as a yes.
He don't even know what he's saying.
I'll take that as a yes. I command you now as dog and woman.
Woman. This got to be over in Australia.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Order. We are talking about this place that we are in. Okay, this in the scriptures, America is called the daughter of Babylon. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
So who is she the daughter of? Right, she's the daughter of Esau. Well. Guess where America came from? Great Britain. Great Britain. But all of that was birthed from Rome. Yeah. But America came. Remember, these people came over here from Great Britain. These were the rejects that came over here and colonized here. Okay, so these are the people that are supposed to be who they look up to, the Brits that they look up to. Okay, this would be. Go ahead. You got something?
They make fun of Americans too.
Okay, and raise your hand when you got something. Y'all got to realize where this is coming from. These people act like they're high society, like they're better than everybody, but yet their women are marrying dogs. Okay, their women are marrying dogs. Go to the that's enough on that. We do not want to see her kiss this dog. I don't know. I couldn't get past that.
Wow. Did she kiss him?
I'm gonna watch. No, I couldn't go to that.
Did she?
I didn't watch it. I stopped it right there. I seen enough.
First of all, she's breaking up court laws.
That
should be put to death.
Well, hey, we gonna get that. We gonna get that. There you go, right there. Go to go ahead and click that.
Did you take a man marry a horse?
Watch the video. We're gonna show the video. This is not my words. These are not my words. I didn't film none of this. I'm simply a messenger. I'm just a messenger. Okay.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm simply showing. Go to let me see. Go ahead, play it.
This day is extraordinary.
Pause. What's classic? What's classic about this one is the people that are watching this. Just hear the commentary. Hold on, wait. Don't forget what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Although they have both venues like together, so they're individual affairs.
Go ahead, cousin. Go ahead, cousin. What you got?
Is that the Guinness Book of World Records from 2015?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This has to be a joke.
It's not. Go ahead.
And what better day? President Day. We're all immaterial. We married in the eyes of as long as we must speak about the famous sports career that brought all of us to every even fraternity, and all of us just as long ago, the everlasting partnership with sports in the country. The relationship between man and horse has been a defining one. It proves the relationship is 6 legs. Stands more soundly than the four. And so, we got to go back to the stage, and I ask you all, is there anyone here present who knows for some reason why this couple cannot be united? Let him speak now or forever hold
Pause. You cannot tell me this ain't no stone cold freak. A freak damn demon. Y'all see this? Hey, remember, it's not just us that have been here before.
Damn.
Play. You hear that? They say no objections, go ahead. They're like Esau, they were like, hey, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, they're laughing at him. It's a joke. Okay, that's enough. That's real. Okay, that's real. Yes, that's real. That man married that horse.
And that woman married that dog.
And that woman married that dog. Go to the Joe Biden explains that one right there.
We really in Babylon.
There you go. That one right there. Yeah.
At the UPS store, we know this holiday before you put it in the shop bag. Lisa had. She's
Yeah, go ahead and close that. Oh, okay, there you go. You don't have to blow it up in a big screen, just leave it right there. No, that's not it. Close that. That's not
There are
it.
still so many young people here now.
That's it.
comes from Mika Hack.
They're
She's
just
from State College, Pennsylvania. This is your first presidential election that you're voting in.
Hi, Mika. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm the proud mom of 2 girls, 8 and 10. My youngest daughter is transgender.
Pause it.
The Trump.
Did y'all hear what she said?
Youngest daughter is
Did y'all hear what she said?
8 years old. 8 years old.
She's the proud mother of 2 daughters, an 8 and a 10-year-old. Exactly. That's what she's got. She's got an 8 and a 10-year-old daughters. Play it again. Play it again. It ties me up. Go ahead.
I'm good, thank you. I'm the proud mom of 2 girls, 8 and 10. My youngest daughter is transgender. The Trump administration has attacked the rights of transgender people, banning them from military service, weakening non-discrimination protections, and even removing the word transgender from some government websites. How will you, as president, reverse this dangerous and discriminatory agenda and ensure that the lives and rights of LGBTQ people are protected under US law?
I will flat out just change the law. Eliminate.
You hear that? Yeah. Just flat out change the law.
Going back to what I was saying, he's gonna bring all that stuff back.
I heard the term,
LGBTP, P out of pizza.
I heard,
No, but you see that?
Joe.
They do that once, but then they.
What did I tell you about Joe? No, there's a new term for this guy. Jim Crow Joe.
Oh, yeah,
Jim Crow Joe. That's what they call him. Jim Crow Joe. Go ahead.
Reference to the gentleman here saying, you were saying, Bergman? That it's pedophiles not.
Yeah, the LGBTQ like plus they really just they don't want to associate.
I see, but that's the thing though. Here's the thing. In the beginning, 20, 30 years ago, homosexuality was viewed as abnormal.
Right.
Abhorrent.
Right.
And you see the conditioning that took place.
Right.
So eventually, same thing's going to happen with pedophiles. They're going to bring pedophile rights into play, or you're going to be pedophilia.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
One with this?
Exactly. So one of the brothers in leadership said, "What does an 8-year-old know about being transgender?"
Right.
How about that? Go ahead. What you got, bro?
Well, to expand on this,
Hold on, y'all keep it down one at a time. Go ahead.
the ban she's talking about for the transgender people, all of that, the military ban, she's just looking at it at a surface level. The actual ban was actually to help them out because they have a high rate of suicide.
That's right, they do. Right, and they changed that because of the high rate of suicide.
But they're looking at this in a way, in a very offensive way.
Right.
Because they just think that Trump's just banning it.
Just to tell them no.
Yeah, just to tell them no.
Yeah, because they don't want to be rejected for anything. Because we're in a place, Israel, we're in a place to where you got to be lawless. If I want to be lawless, nobody should tell me nothing. That's the place that we living in. And that's what she's offended about. Go ahead.
Those executive orders, number one. You may recall, I'm the guy who said, I was raised by a man who, I remember I was being dropped off. My dad was a high school educated, well-read man who was a really decent guy. And I was being dropped off to get an application in the center of our city, Wilmington, Delaware, a corporate capital of the world at the time. And these two men went out to get an application to be a lifeguard in the African American community because it's a big swimming pool complex. And these two men, well dressed, leaned up and hugged one another and kissed one another. I'm getting out of the car at the light and I turn to my dad. My dad looked at me and said, "Joey, it's simple. They love each other."
Oh.
The idea that
it's simple. Joey, they just love each other. Okay. That's what his dad told him.
That's a lie.
You talking about your racist daddy turned around and told you that.
Back in those days.
In those days.
They love each other, Joe.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that.
I don't
That's
believe
enough
it.
of that. No, we don't believe that. That one right there. And we're going to, yeah, go ahead.
About 15 years old.
Only about 17% of the LGBTQ community is expected to vote for President Trump, which is why this Beverly Hills, California march is turning heads.
Trump is actually one of the most pro-LGBT presidents we've ever had.
It's a message straight from the president's mouth.
I am far better for women. I am far better for gays.
George Santos is campaigning for Congress in Long Island, New York. He's gay, Republican, and supporting the president.
I think that this president has done more for the community.
And Republican. Did you hear that? He said that he's he wasn't what American Dad said that he's Republican, he's supporting Trump,
right?
And he's gay.
And he's gay.
And he's gay.
And he's gay.
But their agenda takes away gay rights.
That's right.
Okay. Just remember that. Good.
Than his predecessors. I just want to read to you some of President Trump's policies in 2017.
Mr. Trump tried to roll back medical protection for the trans community. Also in 2017, endorsed the idea that employers have the right to discriminate against the LGBT community based on their religious and moral reasons.
There's certain instances, like a few of the ones that you mentioned, that we may have disagreements. I'm a strong believer of, if you agree with somebody 7%, you support them.
Ready for the first one. Oh.
In Santos's Long Island district, voter Sarah Kate Ellis and her wife Kristen are parents to 11-year-old kids, Thomas and Kate.
The record on Trump has been an abomination for the LGBTQ community.
Ellis is the president of GLAAD, a gay advocacy group that's been tracking LGBTQ rights under the president and Joe Biden.
Whether that's kicking trans people out of the military or it's rhetoric saying that he thinks it's fine for businesses to discriminate against LGBTQ people. It should be within their right, is what he said.
Former Vice President Joe Biden has not always supported gay marriage rights.
You support gay marriage?
No. That was 2008. Biden has long since reversed his position, and many in the gay community believe he is a bigger supporter than President Trump.
Are you saying that marriage equality under the Trump administration is at risk here of being overturned?
Marriage equality under the Trump administration is absolutely at risk.
And that means more work for you.
Yes, a lot of work.
ISIS King knows firsthand how much work is ahead.
For you to finally be able to come out as your true self.
Yes.
After struggling so long to be able to do so, what was that like?
Isn't it freedom? So good.
King, once homeless, is now an actress living in Hollywood.
I was physically born male, and now I live my life as a glamorous female.
She recently starred as the transgender sister in the Netflix series about the Central Park Five called When They See Us.
Do you feel seen in Washington?
No. I'm a woman. I'm a Black woman. I'm a trans Black woman. Do I feel seen? Absolutely not.
With Trump, King fears no job protection and violence against her community.
I don't understand why we are that big of a threat. Is it because we have enough courage to be who we always felt like we wanted to be?
For Santos, courage means being honest about his choice too.
I think it's simple to see that people are starting to wake up and see this president isn't so bad.
Rights are on the line no matter who wins.
We are fighters. We have to. Our mere existence is a fight, and we will continue fighting. There's another one.
And the next battle is coming. The day after the election.
Hey, that kid is finished, man. I'm telling y'all now. He's finished.
Yeah, they're gonna try to make him a girl.
Yeah, he's finished. He's finished. There's no way around it. Go ahead.
The Supreme Court is scheduled to hear arguments on whether religiously affiliated foster care agencies can reject same-sex couples.
You hear that? Pause that. That was the biggest thing in the video. They're fighting to make sure that people who have a certain religious belief cannot come in and interfere with a homosexual couple adopting children. Okay. Because they're not going to come in, it's not going to be based on a healthy home, okay? Because a lot of kids get removed because the household is bad. It's unfit for the kid, right?
Right.
Well, what happens when you change the dynamic of the parents?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so how is that fit for the kid? You see that? Yeah. So they're saying that you can't tell them no. That's what they're changing this to be. All right, that's all I got on that. We can go ahead and turn it around, son. Let's get Leviticus. Two more scriptures and we up out of here. And I just got some announcements after that. Let's get Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22.
18, chapter 18.
I got it.
18 verse 22. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate that.
Is the book of Leviticus chapter 18 verse 22. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt not lie with mankind, as with womankind it is abomination.
It is abomination. The Lord hates it. Okay? The Lord hates it. Read.
Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith.
Now, what do we see? A horse?
The
golden retriever.
Golden retriever.
Both animals look depressed.
Yeah.
Okay, read on.
Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion.
It is what?
Confusion.
It is confusion. That's what we saw. Confusion. We can't make this up. This is script right here. Read on.
Verse 24. Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you.
Y'all see that? Because all the other nations are doing this. Who are we looking at? Doing this. We're learning this from watching them. The scripture's saying, don't read verse 24 from the top.
Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things.
Don't defile yourself by doing these things. Read.
For in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you.
Yeah, the other nations, the rest of these nations, they're defiled because this is what they do. It's just what they do. This is who they are. Read on.
Verse 25. And the lands in the Salakia, and the land is defiled. Therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled.
And the land's defiled. This place is defiled. Okay, read.
That the land spew not you out also when ye defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you. For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among their people. Verse 30. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs, which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am Yahweh, your power.
This was the whole reason our nation was cast into captivity, because we were following after other people around us that were serving other gods. The same thing. There's nothing new under the sun. It says doing the abominations and the customs that are in front of us. So what does that mean? Christmas, Easter, Halloween, Thanksgiving. All of these things are customs that these other nations are doing. Okay. Let's get Zechariah 13:7. Oh, Zechariah 13:7.
I think I know where you're going.
Oh, yeah? Well, bring it out then.
Zechariah chapter 13, verse 7. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd.
Awake. The Most High is saying to awake the sword. Go ahead.
And against the man that is my fellow, saith Yahweh of hosts, smite the shepherd.
Smite the shepherd. Kill the shepherd, read.
And the sheep shall be scattered.
And the sheep shall be scattered. This is our judgment, okay? That's why the Most High is waking up the sword. He's talking about Esau. All right, go ahead.
And I will turn mine hand upon the little ones.
So he's talking about us. Read.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land.
That in all the land, go ahead.
Saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
2 parts. 2 parts of the land. 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Okay, read.
But the third shall be left therein.
So that's 2 out of every 3 people that you see in the entire land, no matter what they look like, cut off and die. But the third's going to be left therein. Read on.
And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried.
That's right.
They shall call on my name.
Wait, what did you say earlier, D? You said we calling on the name. That's why the judgment is happening in this country the way it is, because Israel's calling on his name. Read.
And I will hear them.
And he what?
and I will hear them.
He's listening now. Now we getting his attention. Read.
I will say, it is my people.
It is what?
It is my people.
It is my people. What?
And they shall say.
And what are we gonna say?
Yahweh is my Elohim.
We're saying Yahweh is our power. We know who he is. Now we're calling on the true name. You understand? Now we're calling on the true name. That's why he's going to deliver his people the way he's going to deliver us. Isaiah 11:11.
What was Zechariah?
13:7.
13:7.
The water. I like that. Brothers is on it. Isaiah 11:11.
Just like you said, gotta go hard.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bring that out.
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
Wait, stop. When was the first time that he recovered the remnant of his people?
And where he in Egypt, where
in Egypt, right?
I can explain it,
Yeah,
but we got the whole
Egypt,
context.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
In Egypt, the first time. So this is talking about the second time.
Yeah.
Has he delivered his people yet?
No.
Has this second time happened?
Not yet.
Okay, this is end time connotation in the Bible. Okay, read it from the top.
Verse 11 from the top. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
And the outcasts of who?
Israel.
The outcasts of Israel. Come on.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Read on.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim, but they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together.
They shall spoil them together. If you remember, when Israel left Egypt, they spoiled the Egyptians. What does that mean? They took everything they had. That's what spoiling them means. They said, here, take this shit and go. Y'all go.
Just get out.
Go and serve the Most High. We don't want no more damn frogs. We don't want no more blood. I don't want to see my children die no more. Y'all go. That's the same thing. It says the second time, right? So you think the second time is going to be nicer or worse?
Worse.
That's right. Read on.
They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab.
Wait, they shall lay their hand on who?
Edom and Moab.
The so-called white man and the Chinese man. Go ahead.
And the children of Ammon shall obey them.
All these other nations are going to obey. Go ahead, read.
And Yahweh shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the seven streams, and make men go over dry shod.
Bring it home, verse 16.
Verse 16, and there shall be an highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt.
Now, remember, Egypt is a Greek word that means bondage. Okay, that's what the word Egypt means. Even in ancient times, Egypt was not called Egypt. Okay, Egypt, it was Mizraim. It described Upper and Lower Egypt. Egypt was not called Egypt. This is a Greek word. There's Greek word and Hebrew words still in the King James Bible that we read to this day. We think they're English, but they're Greek and Hebrew. Okay. My last scripture, Jeremiah 46.
Egypt was called what?
Mizraim.
Mizraim. Boy, these lines study, don't they? I like that. These lines is on it.
Was Mizraim one of the sons of Ham?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That's where it came from. That was his land of inheritance. It was given to him. That's right. Absolutely. Very good, brother.
What we going?
Jeremiah 46 and 27. We're going to get 27 and 28. So we're going to end the chapter. We're going to start at 27.
46, chapter 46, verse 27.
Bring that up.
But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob.
Now he's talking to the nation of Israel. Read.
And be not dismayed.
Don't be dismayed. Don't be frustrated. Don't lose hope. Read.
O Israel. For behold, I will save thee from afar off.
He's gonna what?
Save thee from afar off.
Read.
And thy seed from the land of their captivity.
He's gonna save Israel and their seed from the land of their captivity. Read.
And Jacob shall return and be in rest and at ease.
The nation of Israel is going to be at rest and at ease. We're not at rest right now. We're not at rest. We're not at ease right now. Okay, read.
And none shall make him afraid.
Nobody. You hear me? Nobody's going to make none of us afraid. Do y'all understand what you're reading here? This is the Most High's promise to his people. Read on.
Verse 28, fear thou not, O Jacob, my servant.
No, fear thou not, O the world.
O Jacob.
O Jacob. This ain't got nothing to do with everybody else. It's talking about the nation of Israel right here. Read.
My servant, saith Yahweh, for I am with thee.
For he is with us. Read.
For I will make a full end of all nations.
He will do what?
Make a full end of all nations.
He's going to make an end, a full end. The power they think they got right now, it's going to be a wrap. They're just holding on to what they got left. Read.
Whither I have driven thee, but I will not make a full end of thee.
So everywhere that he scattered Israel, everywhere that he scattered us, in Egypt, in Africa, in South America, in Mexico, in North America, okay, even in Germany, in Europe, everywhere that he scattered Israel, he said, what?
I will not make a full end of thee.
He's gonna deliver the children of Israel. Okay, for I will make a full end of all the nations, whether I have driven thee, but what?
But correct thee in measure.
He's gonna correct us. That's what we're going through. We're going through correction.
We're going through correction.
He's putting us through that fire. He's putting that 1/3 remnant through the fire. Okay, read.
Yet will I not leave thee holy. Did I? Holy, unpunished. Oh,
I won't leave you unpunished. You're not gonna get this. You're not gonna get this promise without working for it.
Right.
Okay. You got to work for it.
Right.
And the Most High says to not be dismayed. Don't get frustrated. We're gonna go through some things, but what they're gonna go through, it ain't got nothing on what we're going through right now. And you know why? Because they've been in power so long. Can you imagine that?
Like they've been resting.
They've been in power for so long that they can't imagine it any other way.
Right.
They got pictures. They got pictures of Caesar Borgias in every church.
Right.
Okay. So-called white man. What happens when a black man comes down on a chariot? What are they gonna do then?
They freak out.
Think about it. And it ain't got nothing to do with them.
They're gonna be like, who is this?
The scriptures say that they're gonna beg the rocks to fall on them.
Because they're gonna think they're aliens, and they're gonna see what they look like, and none of them are gonna look like them.
That's right.
And they're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna think they're aliens.
That's right. That's right. I want y'all to understand something while we're not being dismayed. Even though the Most High is telling you not to be dismayed, Egypt's going to keep 2/3 of its slaves. What do I always say? Bring it out. What do I always say?
2/3 of Israel's gotta go.
They gotta go. They gotta go. And we see it. I mean, we see it in everything that we bring out. Every time we leave, it's unfortunate, but that's just what it is. Okay. I hope and pray this message reaches you all. If we can, I just want to say this. If you have a question, or if you don't have a congregation to study with, please feel free to reach out to us. Hit us up in the comment section. We got our email on the screen. But what I do want to make sure you all understand also is this. I'm just going to make a few announcements right quick. Feast of Dedications, or some call it Hanukkah. Our service will be Tuesday, December 8th at sundown. Hanukkah is December 8th through the 16th. All of you that are local, all you guys that are here, y'all are welcome. Y'all are invited. We'll put all the information out on the WhatsApp tonight, but it'll be Tuesday at sundown. Okay. The 10th new moon is December 13th at sundown. We're also going to begin soldier class registration next week. So we're not going to start the soldiers class. So anybody that wants to elevate themselves scripturally, that studies with us, we're going to have a 3-week course, and it's going to start. We're going to start the registration next week. All the officers, their testing will begin next month. So we'll go into that tomorrow for the leadership meeting, all you officers that are watching, but the testing will be next month. So the last thing, please pay your alms. We need us to build us up, okay? We need us to build us up. We don't need the oppressor, all right? And we're doing everything that we can in righteousness. And I want to thank you all for joining us. I'm Captain Shazael LRA with Kingdom of Israel United Worldwide. And with that, we'll say shalom.
Shalom.